Hello, 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 hello. So today's episode of Rydes N Vybes, excuse me, is sponsored by King's Morocco. So King's Morocco is a clothing brand that offers jackets. They pretty much offer a lot of things, clothing, but the thing that I like the most that they offer is they almost kind of look like Letterman jackets. And I actually love those. Those are amazing. So, King's Morocco is a black owned apparel line owned by Jay Alexander and his wife, Vanessa. They aim to create kingdom mindset through its clothing. They have sweatsuits, jackets. If y'all are not following them, go follow them now because when I tell y'all they have some dope, dope, dope apparel. And I think I'm gonna have to Happy New Year. I'm gonna have to get some, and that way I can show y'all the next time I'm out and about. Cause I love me a good Letterman jacket. Even though we won't go into it, but I love me a good Letterman jacket. I won't even lie. So if y'all are not following them, make sure y'all go follow them. And when you do so, make sure y'all let them know that KP sent you. Now today's guest is Georgia A1 Kustomz. Y'all know Ben. Ben is one of the guys that are have been doing this for some time now. Like a lot of people had never worked, did not become especially a lot of people on the big rim side did not become aware of Ben until CC's car. But Ben been at this thing for a long time. He's coming in. I'm gonna let him tell y'all how long he's been at it. But if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you go do that now. Hey Ben,
What's going on, man, KP?
how you doing?
I can't complain. Just trying to hold it in the road.
I know that's right. So first, I want to tell you thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and answer the fans' questions and let us be nosy for a little while.
Yeah, man.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions and then I'll get right into the fans' questions. Okay?
All right.
All right. So for the people that have been under a rock, tell them how you got into cars and racing.
Um, I got in the cars at an early teen with my stepdad. He dealt with, he liked to build and tinker around with cars and stuff like that. Just really being in the neighborhood, everybody had a cam and flow masters in the neighborhood, and that got you started. So
Right.
that really what got me into it. So, and it just took off from there. My love for car. I really started. What started me with the car was the big wheel stuff back in the East Coast Rider day, putting the big rims on the cars and stuff like that. So, and then it just progressed. I opened up a shop in 2013, and it just kept going and kept going. As you know, like a revolver, and never stopped going.
So you have had your shop since 2013.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
I was telling the people before you came on, right? A few of the people, well, a lot of the people on the big rim side did not become aware of you until you really started just driving CC's car.
Hmm.
But you've been at this thing for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I get really my first one that I started with as far as racing goes. It get probably 2015, 16. I bought a Camaro from my uncle at 79 and it had some nitrous and stuff on it. And again, I just played in the neighborhood, burning out and all that good stuff. And it just went from there. But I've been racing, small tire racing, consistently hard at it since 2016. And
Hmm.
started out with, I had a 88 Silverado, a white one. The OBS style truck, and I put an LS in it, and it went from there, man. I started out in LaGrange, racing down there a lot with my boy Kevin, True Street Rider, and it just been going hard ever since then.
So I'm glad you brought up the truck because one of the fans wanted to know what happened to that truck.
Um, um, I built it, raced it, put it down, raced it again, and then it kind of just become a yard ornament. And then I got into the G bodies. Once I got into the G bodies and got my first Monte Carlo and started doing the racing deal, I didn't play with the truck no more, so I sold it.
Man, why you sell the truck?
I don't know. I wish I did now. I would say because I didn't want to invest that much money in two different cars, but now I own three race cars and a partner with two other ones, so a total of five. Yeah.
Um, so can you tell me how you how you started being a driver for other people outside of you just driving your own cars?
Um. Well, it actually started again just building little street style cars, and people want the nitrous and the stuff like that on their car, but they be scared of it for I don't know why, but so I got into driving cars right there. I really wasn't necessarily no. I ain't consider myself a hired gun probably until CC car to be honest, because all the other ones is cars that I built that I drove. So CC car was the first one that I didn't actually build, that I was brought on board to, help with the program, get the program going. And therefore, so I say it really started with CC car, to be honest, because the rest of them are the ones that I actually built in my shop, that I just built and drove and maintained.
So since you touched on that, how did that come about? How did it come about that you started driving for one of the people that's been in around big rim racing for like probably since the beginning?
Um, they had a show in Macon last year, probably early in the beginning of last year, and CC had some problems with his car, and we had a race coming up. I want to say the next day. I was on a Friday night, and I stayed at the track that Saturday. And my man Trent, one of Bob, one of the owners of the track, they came to me and asked me if I'd be interested in doing something on CC car. I think it was his transmission that had went out, so I pulled the transmission out of his car that night at the track and did everything we could do to try to get it back going, so he could race the next day. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Um, I took the transmission to my building, had some stuff did to it, and it kind of just everything just kind of fell in place then, man. Me and Cece been locked in ever since.
So it just happened I guess I wouldn't say by accident. So it just happened because you were just trying to help him and it just progressed from there.
Mutual friend though, the one that introduced, that brought Cece to me was like, look, let him take a look at it and see if it's something he can take care of. And my buddy Trent, so again, and Bob, I looked at it, did what we could do, and it kind of just went from there, man.
So you were just trying to be a good person and god dang, you got a job.
Yep. Turning wrenches and got a job. Turning wrenches and got a job.
So I have always believed in giving people their flowers while they are here to smell them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Um Um, one thing I have always loved about you is, and I think I've never even talked to you about this. I was saving it until you were going to be on the show.
Okay.
One thing I always loved about you is you gonna talk your best, and you are like one of the best crap talkers in the game.
Yes,
But you
ma'am.
gonna talk. You gonna. I won't. I don't know. I wouldn't say respectfully, but what I will say is you keep it racing.
That's
You don't fall into
right.
the trap of a lot of the other people. You gonna be talking about racing. You gonna
Oh,
you gonna tell them race, and you ain't gonna do too much. Like you gonna race or not. I ain't going back and forth with you. Is you gonna race or not?
that's right. That's right. And really, what get me with that is again, it's racing. It's a hobby. It's my business too, but it's also for the love of the sport, man. So I can talk good mess to you. I ain't big on calling nobody out their name. I might call your car a piece of shit or something like that, but that ain't in no disrespectful regards. It's just race talk. But you ain't gonna catch me out of character calling you out your name or none of that type of stuff. To me again, it's for the love of the sport. So I can talk cash money shit with you, race you, and again, if you need my help, you can come to my trailer, and if I got it, you got it. If you need me to help you do something on your car, I help you do it. And it's a respect thing, man. It's all ain't nobody here to be disrespected, I don't feel like. So I try to keep it like that. And if it gets to that, I don't want no smoke. I'm gone, man. Y'all have a good day.
Right.
I ain't
Because at
gonna
the end
get
of the
too
day,
much into
everybody
it.
just trying to make it back home. Ain't nobody trying to
That's right.
go out here and lose their life by something that they ain't even have to be going through in the first place.
That's right. That's right. And then my wife and my kids be at the track with me every time I go. So you ain't gonna too tough catch me at the track without them. And again, it's about fun and vibing and connecting and meeting people. I done met a lot of good people at the track that I would consider them family over some family, over just it's just how it works out. Man, it's back to the having a good time of it again. I look at racing as in we all one big dysfunctional family. We're gonna cuss each other out, we're gonna do what we're gonna wanna do, but I'll see you next weekend, buddy.
Right. We'll talk about wins just so we can make
That
up.
right, that right. But
All
yeah,
right. One of the fans, I'm sorry, go ahead.
nah, you good, go ahead.
One of the fans wants to know, how do you not get caught in the yo-yo?
So the yo-yo. Again, the yo-yo is just knowing the bullshit. You got to be able to dissect the conversation. They'll put you in. It's our wordplay. It's
Mm-hmm.
our wordplay, and if you don't catch on to it, it's. I don't know the best way to describe it is you just don't get caught in the yo-yo. You got to know how to play with it. The yo-yo is knowing the ins and the outs, and the racing game ain't nothing but trickery. That's all it is, and so the yo-yo is the trickery. You gotta know how to maneuver around the trickery. You ain't gonna get me caught up in you ain't gonna get me caught up in the hype or in the moment or something that's gonna put me in a bad situation, meaning not a bad situation, but you ain't gonna get the upper hand with me too tough in racing. I'm gonna see through it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a two-part question.
So,
What is your favorite part about racing or the car culture? And what is your least favorite part?
mm, again, my favorite part about it is the vibes, the people that you meet. And it's people in racing from all walks of life. You got millionaires and you got people who live day to day. Spent their last $20 to get into the track just to come and vibe with people. So it's um that that'll be my favorite part. Just meeting different people, being able to vibe with different people from all over the world, from every state, every city, every county, every country. As far as where you from. I guess my least favorite part to be about it is I really ain't got a least favorite part. I like it all, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, it ain't I guess when your car breaks and you can't get the part right then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other
That's
than
that's
that, I mean, I ain't had too many. I ain't had no bad experiences. It just made me feel like, man, fuck this shit. Excuse my language, but
what is
it's
it?
not nothing that would just make me hang it up again, other than the expensive parts, and it gets deep, especially on a one-man team, and burn a piston up, burn a head up, something like that, and it's $4,000 or $5,000 to replace it. I guess that'll be the bad part of it versus, but other than that, man, I don't got no bad in racing. I love it all.
Well, what you got to realize too is y'all got the cheat code. Imagine if you didn't fix on cars and you race. That is rough.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got to pay for them, I wouldn't know how to act if I had a bill that said $10,000 labor or something, so. I guess it would be rough if I ain't actually wrench on the cars myself.
Mechanics got the cheat code. I, I, I'm kind of slick, a little salty that I didn't take up auto mechanics in school or something, because it's rough. That
I
labor
took
is rough.
I took auto mechanic in school, but I ain't like it then. It wasn't for me. I wanted to be the neighborhood bad guy, I guess. And then it took for me to get a little older and go through some stuff to actually realize the fun and the goodness of it all.
You was bad
They,
in school.
oh, I was bad. I was bad. I was bad. Literally, I was bad.
What
I
school
was
you
bad.
went to?
I went to Point South Middle School, Jonesboro Alternative, and then once I got through it, all my little trouble deal, went to Money's Mill High School, and from there, by 10th, 11th grade, I was out of there. I was doing the other bad stuff.
You was doing too much. You couldn't.
Yeah,
School was interfering in your life.
yeah, school wasn't for me really, and I ain't gonna say it was school. I guess it was authority. Somebody been actually telling me what to do. You know, I couldn't
Right.
cope with that. I wanted to be grown too fast.
Wow. I
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It's amazing how far a lot of you guys have come from how you acted when you were teenagers, late teens, early 20s to now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What would you tell your younger self looking back on life now? What piece of advice would you give your younger self?
Shit, they got a place for you. If you on that right, I promise they got a place for you. I don't been there, you know, and it started early from, you know, just juvenile till it getting over to being an adult and then going to, you know, prison and stuff like that to change your whole outlook on stuff. Um, I mean, when my daughter was born, my wife was like, you know, you can't do this forever. So when she did that, and then I took to the things, well, if I take all this same time and energy that I put into doing the wrong thing and put it into these cars, it's got to work out. It take a lot of time and energy on whatever it is that you do, whether if it's the street life or the racing or the work or the school, whatever it is, it takes a lot of energy for whatever you commit to. So, you know, me and my wife sat down and had a good talk, and then like I told her, you know, if I take all this same time and energy and put it into this, it gotta pay off. And every year it pays off better and better. So I'm glad I made my move.
That's what's up. That's a great piece of advice.
Hmm
You must have been with your wife for a long time too.
Yep, we done been married now 15 years, been together 16.
You ain't even 50. Well, yeah, I guess you are 15 years old. You don't even. It don't even seem like. Do it seem like just yesterday y'all got married?
My hell nah, man. It's been a long road. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Nah, it's when you happy with somebody, and again, you know, it ain't a job.
Right.
It's fun. It's every relationship is the same. It's just you pick your person who you want to deal with and ride it out.
Now
Ain't shit. Ain't nothing easy. So I don't your relationship with your best friend from high school ain't easy. You know, it's all the same. You just pick your person and ride with them.
see you've been dropping jewels the whole time. Now you dropping too many jewels. You know I got to figure out what clip I'm a record and post. Now I'm gonna have to record a couple clips now.
I see somebody
Um,
saying now being what you think about 3V. I think 3V got some good stuff going on, to be honest with you. CC's Motors, my first experience with them. Um, with that being said, though, CC setup is old. CC ain't been changing motors like the rest of these guys. CC really got the same motor from 2, 3 years ago. You know, and I can't, with me getting on board with it, you know, we squeezed a little more out of it than what it was doing. And so, you know, and this, I think he got some good stuff going. I think Tom gonna do something good for him on this next go round too. So I think we're gonna be just good. I like 3V.
who who would y'all do you have a hit list? You know, a lot of people have a hit list. They got people that they want next, and they got a whole list of people. Do you have a hit list?
Well, I'm gonna say this first. Let me say this first. Yeah, I do got some people, you know, that done been poking at me, you know, poke the bell, man. Y'all better help the bell when we come though. But with that being said, man, I'm a fan of everybody in the big rim culture though. Like I ain't got nothing bad to say about nobody. I like all of them, you know, and just fortunately, my first 4 grudge races, or for sure 3, have been against some pioneers in the grudge racing world. I mean, in the big rim world. Bruce was my first grudge race, you know, as far as on big rim. First time ever going a quarter mile was with Bruce. So, Bit Low, I like Bit Low. Macho, that's my dog. But yeah, man, Easy, watch out, man. We coming for you, Easy. I got to have you, my boy. You my dog. We right here together. But I want Easy. You know, he a top contender, so I want to get him. And I'm gonna go and say it. I'm gonna try to squeeze on Don't Master too. Bigger than you know outside of. He messed around and he beat me a couple years ago with a that green Malibu, one of my black Camaros that I built for a young man. and he got me right there, and I ain't never been able to get him back. So I gotta get him back some kind of damn way.
Okay. All right. So those right now, the only two people that you really got on your hit list.
And I ain't gonna call it a hit list. It's just again, he's a top tier player. So I wanna get at him, and you to be the best, you gotta beat the best. Other than CC been in the game a long time, so I ain't saying it like you know CC been doing it, but it's me coming in. Yeah, I wanna get him. He young, and he good at what he do. Yeah, I feel like I'm young and I'm good at what I do. So we got to lock up right there. And the rest of them really, hell, I done got the big dogs. I done got Big Low. I done got Macho. I done got Bruce. You know, I done ran through Florida. I guess I got to get Hollywood to top it off, and I'll be all right there in Florida. I'll leave Florida alone.
You see, playing Jane back.
Yeah. I seen him playing with it. I seen him
Um,
playing with it.
do you think the internet has helped or hurt the car culture?
Oh man, it both. I think the internet, that's life though. The internet doesn't help and hurt life all at the same time. Of course, we can say it helps because it helps a lot of small businesses. It opens up the variety of customers that you can deal with, but it also allows too many people to be able to share their opinion. I feel like, and that kind of, it. I ain't going back and forth with nobody too much on the internet. You know what I mean? I'm being honest right there because I don't like to just call people a fan, but I ain't going back and forth with them. And if I don't know you, I ain't gonna have no energy for you. I guess the best way to put it. But
Right.
yeah, I don't want to just call nobody a fan, but I ain't going back and forth with no fans.
Right. Because you could be arguing with a 12-year-old kid in Iowa. You
And
don't know
not
this
even know
person.
it. Don't even know it. Don't even know it.
And it's probably people that wasn't never going to patronize your business anyway. A lot of times when they got something. So, like, they'll say, oh, well, Ben, so, bro, you weren't even finna do no business with Ben anyway. Why is you
That
talking about him?
and again, that goes back to what I was saying is it allows too many people to be able to voice their opinion on such a big platform. Again, like a lot of people call it hating on what you want. You might not personally like me for whatever the reason may be, and you tell, man, I ain't gonna go deal with dude. That right there alone will stop or hinder somebody from or it'll plant a seed into somebody when you really ain't even got a reasoning on why you stated what you stated or however whatever it is that you feel how you feel. But again, that's back to the internet. It's some people that I be reading some comments and I be thinking to myself, well, it's they just some people just don't like me. It's like people, I'm gonna say that it ain't me. It's just individuals. I don't like Buddy. Well, you don't even know Buddy. How the hell you don't like him?
Right. Because at
But
the end of the day, you don't even get if you ain't get to know Buddy personally. How you know you don't like Buddy? How you know he gonna be the best mechanic that ever work on your car?
that right. But again, it's based to the fan base, and what it is, and they blocking your blessings and blocking their own blessings at the same time. It might have been something good to come out of the situation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When was it that so you said you had your shop to 2013. When
Mm-hmm.
did you sit down and look at it and be like, oh man, I done made it?
Uh, I don't know. I ain't never gonna be happy as far as making it goes. So I always feel like I can do more and do better. Like every day I wake up, I go look in the shop and, well, what can I do differently this year? Like my first time in the shop, I was sick all last week, so I ain't go in the shop. Probably been about 8 days since I even opened up the door to the shop. But yesterday I opened up the door to the shop and I'm looking at my daughter's car. It's a real nice car, but I kick myself in the ass every time I look at it for the amount of money that I done spent on it, the time that it's been sitting on the lift, and the money that I spent plus the money that it's cost by holding up the spot. So just things that you do differently. Um, I don't know. No. I love it all at the same time. I don't got good.
Since you've been in this car culture or just in life in general, what's been your biggest accomplishment?
Mm, in life period, my daughter. Just get me out of the way straight. I just gotta be honest right there. That's my biggest accomplishment, you know, and that's it right there. That's my everything. That's my reasoning for it all. You know, that's why I want to do better so I can give her more. But other than that, just getting on the right track, man. I was on the road for destruction for a long time. Not as like a no, you know, I wanted to be the neighborhood, you know, bad guy, I guess you can call it. So, but yeah, just getting on the right track and seeing life for what it really is instead of wasting it away. But see, a
It's
lot of
hard for
people.
me to see you as that person, though. I guess I would have just had to know you back then.
I mean, I ain't saying it like you know, I wanted to be the neighborhood trap man, you know, to do what you do for as far as that goes. Hey, well, I wasn't no robber or no, you know, no shit like that. But it just you just would have to know, I guess, to know. I ain't putting it out there like it's in nobody. I was just a horrible person or nothing like that, you know. But I just you know you make your rules and you follow your own rules, and that don't work in life. So
Right.
they got a
You feel
place
like
for you there.
you right. Do you feel like you were a product of your environment?
Um. Yeah, and yeah, I say that, but again, you're in control of yourself through life though. So it's you know my wife ain't come with the best upbringing. You know, my mama stayed good, but she originally from Savannah. They moved up here to Bankhead, and now she got 7 degrees and make a good ass money. You know, so just like me, I ain't get the schooling, but you know I got the knowledge in my head as far as I know what to do to make it through life now though. You know what I mean? So it's life is what you gonna make it.
Right.
You can't you know, my daddy, my mama, they were alcoholics, you know, did what they did, but I can't blame nothing I did on them. Cause I knew everything I did I knew right from wrong. You know, so you take what you do, and I ain't big on no blame games. You know, you got to accept responsibilities for the path you made. And
Right.
and if it's too far off track, you better but hit a U-turn.
Well, I think it's just all a part of life. Like when you know better, you do better. Some
That's
people,
right.
even when they know better, they don't do better, and it's a good thing that you realize the error of your ways, and you was like, hey, let me get this together, for they really got a place for me, and I ain't never coming home.
That's right. That's right. Um, Again, every action got a reaction, good or bad. You know, just because you do something good don't mean good coming back to you. You still might get some bad off of doing some good.
Right.
You know, so it's just life hits everybody different. You know,
Right.
so it's just I don't look at people for what stage of life they in neither though. You know, because again, life hits hard when life hits. You know, so it's just all on how you bounce off of it.
Um, if you have not already built your dream car, what is your dream car to build?
I know it don't sound like much, man, but I want an '87 Cutlass T-top.
What?
That's that's it. I ain't no big Chevelle, no big donk guy, no none of that. I like the '88, the '93 short bed, and I like my favorite G body would be like an '87 Cutlass with the Euro clip T-top, like a 44287 model. Other than that, I done built every kind of G body you can do. Really, I ain't. I'm a truck guy. I like trucks. As far as something that I'm gonna put together and drive around, you know, race car stuff, I'm a G body guy all the way.
See, I thought we was on the same page. You
Like I
talking
said,
like this. Cause you want to race it, cause you know I'm a G body person.
I got you.
Like I don't care whether it's racing or building it to drive around. I'm a G body person.
Well, we
You
on
was
the
losing
same
me till you
page.
came back to the G body.
Yeah. I got. If I was just we're gonna build a car right now to drive around, and it's gonna, you know, this what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be super clean. It's gonna be a Cutlass.
Okay.
I like a
So when I
Cutlass.
come across an '87 Cutlass T-top, I'm gonna send it your way.
Yeah. You can as long as the price is right.
Okay. Now, your car, since you're
hmm
now, do you ever just take your car out and race now, or you solely just, well, I won't say just. Or are you solely a driver now? Do you have time to actually race your car?
I do. I did an extensive upgrade on my car in the year before, not 2023 season, but the middle of 2022 season. And at the end of 22, we got a big G-body race that we do in Steele, Alabama, and every year in October. Only got a big payout, like a $50,000 payout. So I did a lot of upgrading, getting ready for that at the end of 2022, and I had a mishap, and I blowed up not too long, a couple weeks after just doing everything, and waiting on parts and stuff held me a lot right there. But I raced my car a lot in 2023, and I'm back on it for 2024. It ain't a car that I just take out every weekend and race because again when it costs you $1,500 to go to the track to actually make some passes, you ain't gonna do it as much as you think. And see, a lot of people I feel like don't understand the cost of it. Like cost of nitrous at the racetrack is $10 a pound. Well, all my bottles are 15-pound bottles, so that's $150 per bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't gonna get my car. I ain't gonna make but one pass per bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It might not use 15 pounds, but it's time to get it filled up after you make a pass.
Right.
Um, fuel is high as hell. Like I use race factory fuel. Um, that's just solely dealing out with like Ryan McCain and them. They're real big racers out of Augusta, North Augusta. Everybody don't sell that fuel, So it's when I buy it, I gotta buy 4 or 5 of them at a time. And again, $140, $150 at a piece, 5 or 6 of them at a time. It gets fairly expensive.
Right.
But yeah,
Go ahead.
I do it. And if everybody don't know, my car is named Dope Fiend. We got twins though, so it don't like my buddy told me, it don't take nothing but a paint job to get you messed up. So we got 2 Monte Carlos that look identical. One's named Dope Fiend, one named Mood Swing. So they both coming back this year. Gonna be at the track together. It should be pretty interesting.
Right. Yeah, I can say when the first time I ever seen you at the track, I can't even remember what track it was, but I was like, oh man, I can't really say what I said, but I was like pretty much who that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then I can't even remember who it was that was telling me, but they was like, oh, that's Ben, just talking me through it. I was like, okay. So then I started following, and I'm like, okay, I like Ben. Ben a cool guy.
Yes, man. I feel feelings mutual, KP. Yep.
Go ahead.
Nah, and then just seeing you out, like bumping into you at Hot Rod Shop down there, you hands on dealing with these people, man. I think that's good for the racing culture, period, not just the big rim stuff. 'Cause Hot Rod he was small tire racing too before I actually made him go big rim racing, so.
You made him go big rim. I wonder if he's still on here because he was talking to you in the comments. Let's wonder if he's still on here. But yeah, I really honestly think that on the big rim side, well, just on the race side, period. But I'm more partial to the big rim side. I really think we need more people like the Bens in the race world. What I mean by that is the people they're gonna keep it racing. They're not gonna go back and forth with you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna be doing that messy foolishness on the internet. And really, like you said, it's a hobby. It's fun for you. You get what I'm saying? And so you don't allow people to take the fun out of it,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't let nobody steal your joy.
Right.
You wake up in a good mood. I ain't gonna let nobody steal my good mood. They ain't a good mood don't come every day. I'm trying to hold on to them all along. But yeah.
One of the
I
fans
think
wants to know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead.
One of the fans wants to know, Dunkzilla. What are y'all? Is that on tap for you to race Dunkzilla?
Yeah. Donzilla run good. I ain't taking nothing from nobody program. He got a very nice car.
All right.
He might be slightly overrated though.
Just slightly.
Just slightly overrated, so But he got a very nice program though. Not taking nothing from his program.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, to be honest, CC Car is a contender. It's been slept on for a long time though.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you got to think if CC Car was doing what it's doing now 2 years ago when they first put the program together with what they got, he
Right.
would have wiped all these guys out if we're competing right now 2 years later with an old program versus these guys 2023 2024 program. What would it have been doing then?
Right. I'm gonna tell you what I loved about Dunkzilla the first time I seen him at the track. I was like, this man got a whole NASCAR pit crew. It was somebody under the hood, two people under the car, the trailer got an elevator in it. I was like,
Oh yeah,
listen,
that's
sir.
that's the
I don't
program.
know where you came from, sir, but I'm here for it.
hmm Yeah, he got a super nice program, man. And again, that's a lot of racers' dream right there. To have what he got right there as far as a program, but you can't get it mistaken though. Like for that man to come to Florida to race from California, that's a that's a big old book bag to make that happen.
Right.
And everybody ain't gonna really understand that part right there. But yeah, he got a real nice program, man. I'm a fan of his car. His car runs damn good. But again,
Mm-hmm.
it's just being in. It's our competition. It's our love of the sport. You
Right.
so
Right.
I,
Right.
I actually heard he gets his car worked on the East Coast though. So he can. He might have to quit claiming Cali.
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm
Matter of fact,
listen.
I don't think it's too
I be
far. I
knowing
don't think
so
it's
much
too
stuff.
far from Georgia.
Let me drink my water.
Hmm.
Listen, I be knowing a whole lot of stuff, and I can't say nothing, so I don't know what you talk about.
Nah, that's right. You can't now. I know you be dibbing and dabbing here and there. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it on the tracks. That right.
I'm everywhere. I know so much stuff about so much stuff. I just listen. I really be on information overload. I know so much stuff about so many people, things, and I'm appreciative that a lot of y'all trust me to know y'all stuff
Mhm.
because I'll never say it again.
That's
Even if
right.
like one thing I hate about our side too is if I fall out with you and I know something about you, Ben, I'm not gonna never tell it. Ain't
Yes.
nobody gonna never know your situation. Ain't nobody gonna never know none of the stuff I know.
That right. And see, I'm big on the same thing. I ain't gonna. If I know it and you told me in our closed room, it ain't nobody else's business. It ain't my business to tell nobody your business anyway. But
Right,
a lot of, and it's racing though. It ain't just big rim racing now. This goes on in the small tie world too. Now it's just we do it just a little bit different. We be on the back line. We ain't on Instagram live. Like how
no,
it's, how it's
we doing a lot different.
yeah, 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 yeah. See, like how it's 145 people on here right now. It might be 50 people on one phone call.
Right.
Everybody just adding
Come on, the
everybody. So
morning
we
show.
and these be all day shows.
Oh
I
wow.
ain't dog got his own thing going on with the morning show. I called it them the old heads. That's the old guys that drinking their coffee, reading the newspaper over there. We the back line I be on. That's we in the club over here. We at the back. We going down. Yeah, but
I've
yeah,
been on the morning show before. It's hilarious.
oh yeah, it get greasy now. It get greasy. It do get greasy now. But that speaking back on that, that's one of the biggest things. And see what I see. Excuse me. On watching the guys' lives, and all of them don't fall into it though. So we can't put it on everybody. Some
Right,
people just get caught up in the yo-yo, get caught up in a conversation that they really don't want to get caught up into, but somebody might know how to ask them the right question the right way to get the right answer, and you in the yo-yo now. But
right,
yeah, that's the biggest thing right there. I don't feel like I think trying to tear the next man down is what hurts it the most. Because that's when feelings get involved and then it goes out elsewhere. You know what I mean? But just trying to tear the next man down to make or appear to make maybe your program seem a little better than the next man. When at the end of the day is if you racing, everybody ain't gonna have the prettiest car, everybody ain't gonna have the name brand wheels, everybody ain't gonna have the biggest motor, but you gotta respect the level that that man is coming. It's still costing money to get to the track, still costing money to do what you do. You know, everybody ain't got a big nice enclosed trailer. You know what I mean? But some people, and it's just like life though. Like, you know, if you ain't got the coolest shoes, sometimes you might not be the coolest guy in the bunch. But you can't let that define you though. You just
Right.
gotta, you know, take your program and ride with it. But I think that's what hurts it the most. You trying to tear down the next man, you know, and that's just what works for them.
You remember that's what they did to Boost Doctor. Remember he ain't have a paint job, he ain't have name brand round, and when he won enough races and he got them, he told them boys, y'all know y'all paid for these, right?
That's. But again, that's what he made them boys respect him.
Right.
You know, he took his program serious though, and he did what he needed to do in order to beat them. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. You ain't gotta have no Jordans to be the best basketball player,
Right.
and you ain't gotta have the best track shoes to be the fastest man on the track. You know,
Right.
so I don't let that define a lot of people. Like I'll be honest with you. A lot of the cars that I build, I try to make them look like the bullshit. So I can trick the guy who thinks he done put all that money into it and it makes it faster. You know, my car was fast and competing with some Summit brand wheels on it for a lot of years. I just recently got the name brand B lock wheels, you know.
Mhm.
I buy the cheap wheels and put some screws in the side of it.
Oh, you more on the sneak attack side, huh?
Yeah. A lot of people look down on it. Like, ain't no way he that fast with that bullshit. And that's
Right.
how they think about it. You know, I remember one time I had a race, man, a guy talking cab money shit. And he pulled down into the staging lanes before me. And I felt good about the race, but you know, he had a nice car to a degree, but then I could see his fuel pump hanging down in the back. And, you know, just the particular kind of fuel pump that it was, you know, you not fucking with me, buddy, with that. You know what I mean? It's just like knowing what you're looking at. That's the back part of the yo-yo.
Right.
You know, you appear to be what it's gonna be.
Right. And you like you said, you ain't got to have all the most expensive stuff on your car. You just got to know how to put it
That's
together. It's
right. And
like you can go get a outfit from who or whatever, what's one of them big a Louis Vuitton outfit, or you can go to Walmart, but you
hmm
gotta know how to put it together.
That's right.
That Walmart outfit might look better than that Louis Vuitton outfit because you know how to put it, you know how to put that
You
on.
you damn right. It ain't. You'll never even know.
Right.
You'll never even know. You'll never even know. But again, it's on some. It ain't about like you heard me say it a lot with when we race two flying them out there. You know, it's a long way out there. You know, you might have the prettiest, you might have what you think is the fastest car, but we got to go a long way to get to that finish line.
What has been your favorite race thus far since you've been since? Well, let's just do over the past year. What was your favorite race last year?
um, man, when I told Hibachi Bruce mouth out on the test and tune night, man, I got to say it right there, man. Them boys rolled my ass. They rolled my ass. They rolled my ass for all week, the whole ride down there. They, boy, you don't know what we finna do to you. Woo, 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 woo. And then they done let Big Yank go to playing with them little nuts on the car, whatever happened, and it didn't happen for him. That was my favorite race right there, man. I can't lie. I giggled all the way back home. I drove to Orlando and drove back home the same day.
Do you prefer street racing or track racing?
I'm gonna be at the track, man. I ain't running for no police. I ain't doing too old for it. Not, I ain't racing in the street. You know, if I go out there and play with them guys in the street, I gotta be able to get a clean getaway. You know, I ain't gonna be out there alone. If anything goes any kind of way outside of playing, I'm out of there. I'm gone. But nah, I ain't gonna drive or race my car in the street. I'm I'm definitely at the track, man. I got too much to lose. This stuff costs too much money to be giving it away to the police.
Yeah, 'cause they sure gonna take it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
ain't getting it back.
Again, like back to the start, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no dealings with the police in a uniform or no kind of, I'm gonna go the opposite way. I don't want no dealings. So yeah, street racing ain't gonna. I go dib and dab. I work on some cars that that race in the street, but you ain't gonna too tough see me out there with them. Very seldom. It's gonna be if I'm out there, just know it's paid pretty good. So I'm. Other than that, I ain't. My wife ain't hearing it though. It's dog, baby. You gotta be in the house.
I know that's right. All right, wife. I like her. Big shout out to
Yeah,
her.
man. She keep me all the way in line, man. She keep me all the way in line. That's a big. Your support system is a big thing in this racing too. A lot of people. Yeah, I done heard a lot of horror stories right here with racing and people's family and stuff. But fortunate enough for me, my wife likes it, my daughter likes it. And we going head first, all across the
Right.
country. We going.
That's a dope thing
Mm-hmm.
though. To have a woman that's supportive of you, um,
Mm-hmm.
in in your dream. You know what I'm saying? Because
All right.
like you said, being around this racing, I know a lot of guys, or and even just like cars. Period. I know a lot of guys. Their significant others and women,
Mm-hmm.
their significant others are not in their corner when it comes to racing or car shows or none of. I know a guy. His I just know a lot of people.
That's right.
They don't, they ain't trying. They ain't come to the shop. They ain't coming to the
Mm.
track. They ain't trying to purchase a pair of tail lights for you. Don't want nothing to do with it.
That's right. And then, again, it goes back to you only as good as your support system. There's no way I could do what I do. If I had to go to the track right now, I could get up and go, and my wife ain't gonna trip. She understand because this is part of the business. Now on the weekend, it's time to go. She don't really like to go too much. If she don't want to go to the track, if we just going to hang out.
Right.
If I'm driving or I'm dedicated to something, I guess she loves to watch me in my drive in my zone or something. I don't know. But she don't want to just go if I ain't got no car and I ain't working on one because she feel like she just gonna sit in the truck. But if I got, if I'm working on something or we a team, I can't do it without them. You know what I mean? So it's when it's time to, if I'm working on something, they got to be there because they got a job to do as well. You know what I mean? I can't take my car to the track. Just speaking on mine, but
Mhm.
when I deal with cars that I mess with, like when you get me, you get my whole program. Just no different than CC car. When CC car go to the track, if my wife or daughter is able to be there, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be the one to come pick me up. They're gonna be the one to push me to the staging lanes. They're gonna be the one to, while everybody else is off having fun, we're actually dedicated to the program.
Now y'all becoming one of my other favorite couples. All this stuff you saying about your wife,
Mm-hmm.
y'all, I got some favorite couples in this race and car stuff, and y'all about to be over there with my favorite couples because I just love, love, love when, like you said, y'all move as a unit. That's some of the dopest, you know, in the world to me because I think that's a dying art. Like a lot of people don't understand, we got to move as a unit.
You got to.
What they say, teamwork make the dream
That's
work.
absolutely the truth too. That is the truth. I don't care what it is that you do, even with you or your significant other or whoever it is. Like if they ain't supporting what you're doing, y'all forcing it.
Right,
Y'all forcing your whole relationship. I feel like if y'all ain't supporting each other, that's my opinion.
right,
Everybody work different, you know what I mean? But if my wife didn't support what I had going on, I don't feel like there would be no way that it would work because it consumes me,
right.
for what I do. Like this is eat, sleep, and shit. Cars and performance on cars, you know what I mean? So like my shop is at my house, so now it is anyway. I just moved it to the house at the end of the middle of last year, but I wake up, go to work, go to sleep, still working, so
Right.
It's all right there. You gotta consume. You gotta be together though. If you ain't together, man, it's gonna be a hard struggle as far as your significant other goes.
You'll be surprised at how many people don't get the kind of support, don't even get a half of the support that you just spoke about. And to me, that's a sad and unfortunate situation. Because I try to put myself in people's shoes. I'm single, but I know that if I ever get with somebody, this person got to understand. I'm gonna be at the track. I'm gonna always be around men. I have my show. I have a lot of things going on, and if you can't support me, I'm gonna just leave you where you at because I don't wanna be no part of that.
That's right. That's right. And somebody said they don't support you, you can't support them. That's right. But again, doing what you do, it's hard to. It would be hard to find somebody like if I was a single individual. I don't feel like it would be nobody that would be understanding because again, and I might sound selfish saying this, but my wife just do what I do. It
Right.
ain't. She got her girlfriends and stuff. She hang out with and they talk. But if it's a race week, we going to the racetrack. And
Right.
it ain't. I ain't gotta ask her or tell her. She telling me. What? Look, we got this going on this weekend. We got this. Or what do we got going on this weekend? So if it was, I don't. Wouldn't nobody deal with my shit. Just be
Like she
honest.
keeping the schedule. She got the schedule wrote down. Hey, this what we got going on in January. This what we got.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I have seen your wife several times at the track, but I got to officially meet her next time we're at the same place. Cause tell her I love her.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, you can't tell her hot shit now. She done went and got her a 2024 C8 vet. Oh yeah, she just picked that up Saturday.
I seen it.
Yeah, she look. Matter of fact, in Orlando for no guts, no glory. I always get down there on Wednesday, and they either fly in on Friday. But this year they drove, and she asked if she rented a vet, and when she rented it, she said I got to have one.
Mhm.
But she got back home. When we got back home, because I drove home and she followed me back home, she said, because she had a Camaro to a 6 Gen 16 Camaro SS. She was like, I feel like I cheated on my car. So by getting a vet, so now here this out now. This we got back on Sunday. A week after that, she totaled the car.
Oh wow.
So she was real devastated right there. So, but she said I gotta have one, so she went and got one.
Okay.
2024 model, Cactus Green. That's gonna be clean too. I was against it though. I can't say I was with it. I was against it, but you can't go against the grain with y'all women, boy. She made it rough on me. She made it rough.
um. So this is my last question.
Yeah, man.
When you're no longer doing this car stuff, and you're ready to retire, what would you like for your legacy to be?
Mm, I don't know. It's hard to say. I ain't got there yet. I don't feel like. Continue on with the no bullshit deal. Just really make it. Leave it for the sport, for the fun of it. Don't bring in bad blood to something that ain't gotta be. When that's it really. These cars. Of course, I don't want my legacy to be Dope Fiend, which that's the name of my car. You know what I mean? I don't want to leave it like that, but definitely just being all in on what I do. Some one of these cars is definitely gonna be it. My daughter, I would love for her to keep it going, and that's about.
So you want her to race?
Oh yeah, she is like that. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but like that Malibu I'm building, that's actually her car. Um,
You taught her how to drive already, or you gonna teach her how to drive, or what we doing?
she ain't drove no race cars yet, but she ain't but 13, but I can tell her let's go to the store and she'll get in the truck and drive me to the store, with no problems. And a big truck, a 2500 truck too, and my Dodge. So I
Hmm.
think she gonna be nervous. Of course she gonna be nervous. It's time to do the first burnout and all that stuff. But I think she'll be good. I don't think she gonna have a problem. And again, that's why I built the car the way that we're building the car because I won't have to worry about a mishap. If I ain't trying to send her out there to go as fast as I'm going, you know. But for whatever happens, if she going 100 miles an hour, I feel like she'll be plenty safe at 100 miles an hour, you know, until I built in a car that she can grow into, you know, like I'm gonna
Well,
put
it
her.
sounds like you about to make her a killer.
It is that, you know, but
No, her personally. Sound like you about to make her a killer.
that's the plan anyway. That's the plan. She thinks she is already, you know, she's 13 going on 50. But yeah, it's all for it though. You gotta love it, man. So I'm just glad and fortunate that I got what I got dealing with what I deal with. So
Right.
yes, man.
So those were all my questions. Is there anything else that you want to tell you say you don't want to call them fans, but I'm going to say this, your fans, followers, supporters,
Supporters.
hell,
We'll go with
anything
it.
you want to
Supporters.
even say to your haters, whatever you want to say. It's your time to talk.
You know, I said a lot. You keep up, stay doing what you're doing. You know, whether if you're with me or you're not with me, just stay where you at. That's it. You know, either way it goes, you know, I'm gonna make good out of our situations. You know, whatever it is that you hating on me, I'm gonna do a little bit better at that to make it a little worse for you. You know, and therefore for my supporters, you know, I'm gonna give you a little more reasons to talk shit to them folks. So you know, don't worry, I'm gonna give y'all something to grab a hold of. Either way it goes. So. That's it, man. I love the sport. I love everybody in it, you know, as far as the good, the bad, the ugly, the ones that don't like me, you know, it is what it is, the ones that do like me. Everybody got a place,
Right.
you
Just
know.
just
So,
say find your side and stay over there, huh?
yeah, just pick where you gonna be at and stay there. You know, do it good now. If you gonna hate on me all the way. If you gonna support me all the way. You know, just be neutral. Just don't do nothing. But do it good. Don't do nothing real good.
What can we look forward to for 2024?
um I believe I got me a big rim car coming. Um, a G body, hard tie deal. And just tightening up, continuing to progress with CC program. You know, he finna get ready to do a little farewell tour. He say he tired of it. He ready to retire. I told him he full of shit. He ain't going nowhere.
Right. Right.
He here to stay, but get CC car. You know, continue on progressing with his program. um, Getting dope fiend all the way back to its full potential and doing what it's doing. You know, I got a lot on my plate, so I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it as best as I can do it. You know, but yeah,
Right.
look, I got a cutlass. I got a cut. You know, I've been trying to keep it quiet, but you know, I got a cutlass. It's at the paint shop, and it's gonna be real nice.
Okay.
It's gonna be a nitrous power. You know, hard tie car. I got a turbo deal coming too, so. I got some stuff in the store now. The turbo deal, I ain't saying it might not hit in 2024, but it's definitely in the making.
Well, it sounds like you got some hitters
I do
coming.
got a few. I do got a few. I got one new. I'm dropping a new one this year though, and that's gonna be that Cutlass. So it's gonna be more of a variety deal. Like it might race on small tire and big rims. So
Well, can I get some? Can I get some exclusive? Like, can I get some exclusive footage or something? Since I'm right here in the city with you. Maybe I can get maybe I can pull up on you, get a look. I can. Can I get an exclusive first look at the car? That's what I want. That's what I'm campaigning for.
yeah, you can do that. Matter of fact, it should be, and it's gonna be. So put it on your agenda probably within the next month now, cause it's finna come back from the paint shop hopefully next week. As long as all goes good right there, and I already got motor, transmission, everything. The only thing I ain't got is no wheels right now, but you know, you can definitely get an exclusive of the motor, you know, the transmission deal, cause it ain't just your regular go pick it up at Summit deal, you know. So it's definitely gonna be real nice. So yeah, we can definitely do that.
Well, I am campaigning to come over there. I want to pull up. I want to, I know I probably can't record everything, but at least let me get a little snippet.
Oh yeah, most
I feel
definitely.
like that thing might break the internet, Ben.
It's definitely gonna be something to talk about. It's definitely gonna be something to talk about. It's gonna be clean. It's gonna be it ain't gonna be on no. It ain't gonna appear to be a race car. You know, it's gonna be a full factory interior deal. You know, so but it's gonna be real nice. So it's gonna be a race car, but it ain't gonna appear to be one. You know, that
Well,
trick bag.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and
Yes, ma'am.
keep up the great work.
I sure will, and thank you for having me on.
All right, have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Guys, if y'all missed any of tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes, you can catch the full replay on YouTube. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes, and see you guys next Tuesday. Good night.